Welcome to Dominate 2035 Breakfast, the program where we plan for the next decade, where we look at what we can do to be among the top in our field in the next decade. With me today is Jeremy. Jeremy is the man, the brain behind $20 million in corporate value from Pure Code.
Hi guys.
Welcome. Welcome.
What's up guys? Yeah, so my name is Jeremy and I'm a software engineer.
A senior software engineer. Tell us about $20 million in corporate value.
Okay. So most of my life, most of my fintech career, most of my software career has been working around fintech products. Yeah, I began working around fintech in 2020.
Mm.
Uh, my first experience was working for an investment company,
Okay.
and I think I built their investment collection software. And within 6 months, that software was able to collect over $1 million
Wow.
in value
Wow.
for from all their partners.
From Nigerians or
Yeah, just
across the world?
Nigerians,
Just
just
Nigerians.
Nigerians. Yeah.
Wow. That's
So
interesting.
and then because of my work rate at that company, I got another offer from another investment company. Then I left that company to go work for the other company, and I also built a similar software for the other company for the next company, and but more of payouts, not just collection.
Okay.
And that software was able to process over 2 billion naira within a space of 1 year. And that time, 2 billion naira was around, I think I would say that more than $5 million at the
That
time.
at that time. So now it will be more than $50 million. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 billion was around $5 million at the time. Yeah, so because then $1 was like 365.
Oh, that's a lot now.
Yeah. So yep, yep. So and then I also started my own fintech company, and by the side, though we launched the product, lasted for about 6 months. We did over $30,000 in transaction volume.
Wow.
Yeah, at the
Wow.
time. And then I went on to work for other companies. I was a community engineer guy at Paystack. I mean, all of you guys know Paystack. Paystack
Of
is,
course.
yeah. And I
Our first
also,
unicorn.
okay, so I then I worked for Pyramid. I'm still working for Pyramid till now. Pyramid
Interesting.
is a blockchain company.
I think pyramids got popular doing the Naira dollar freeze, like where you go
Exactly.
use Naira card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So Pyramid is that like it's a blockchain company and allows you to move money across Africa
Mm.
from Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and all those countries using stablecoins, right? So and then I started a company called Money Rates. I mean, Money Rate is actually a very popular website in Nigeria right now.
Yeah.
It allows you to check exchange rates across all platforms in Nigeria. Yeah, and also, I mean, you can see the brand on my shirt called Spending.
Spending.
It's like the hottest kid in town right now.
Yeah.
Right, so Spending is an app that allows you to spend money in South Africa. So if you're a Nigerian and you're traveling to South Africa, one of the issues you will have is spending money.
Mm.
To spend money in South Africa as a Nigerian, what you do is you either open a bank account and or you exchange
Change your
naira for
Naira to
dollar,
dollar
and
and
then from
then
dollar to rand,
run.
then you start spending
Now
with
you're
cash.
losing your money.
You get start losing your money on every exchange.
Yeah.
But with the spending app, you can keep your naira in your app, move to South Africa, and send money to anybody in South Africa.
Like I send Naira to the person and they get one.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
that's
Just the way I can send naira to you and you get naira in Nigeria.
yeah.
If you go to South Africa with spending app, you can send naira to somebody and they get rand.
That's
They
interesting.
don't even have to know that it's naira you are using. They don't care. The one is that
They're
they
getting
receive
their
rand.
money.
So you can pay for things in stores. You can pay a Uber driver, a boat driver. You
Wow.
can just get things done easily
That's a lot
without
of relief for Nigerians who
Nigerians
are
going. Yeah,
traveling to South
exactly.
Africa.
I mean, those boys that
Especially when you're traveling through because you might not want to have you don't want to keep the rand. You just want to spend and you're not
yeah,
sure of what you are spending. So I
exactly,
think
exactly.
it's a good one.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
tell us about your inspiration to start Money Rates. What inspired you to start Money Rates?
Oh yeah, money rates. Yeah, so uh, in the early days, I mean, like that was way back in about 3 years ago. I used to have this issue of spending with my card online. So that was when this virtual card thing came
Yeah.
about, and I started getting virtual cards from different apps. I have
Mm.
a virtual card from multiple apps, then from Cheaper Cash, from Eversend, and all these apps. So one thing I mostly do is I go on each of those apps and find the one that has the best rate. And then once I find it, I will now buy dollars from the app
Fund it.
and then for my card. So I kept on doing it on a frequent basis, like right. So and I discovered that why is there no website
Mm.
where I can see all the exchange rates
In one place.
in one place, right? I mean, it's possible to do. All these companies have, some of them have APIs, not all have APIs. Just plug into their rate and display it. So I created this API, simple script, to get rates from about 5 to 6 website
The top
mobile apps,
exchanges. Yeah.
and then display it on API level. There was no interface then, and I was using it for like 2 months, and it was making sense to me. So I decided to okay, build this app, build this
Interface.
site,
Yeah.
simple table. The table have all the rate of each of these platforms, and that's how the thing take off. Yeah.
And then you
Today
find
we
out that you're not the only one who has problem.
yeah, I mean there are so many people that do that because I discovered that people search for dollar to naira online heavily
Mm.
at that time. That was before AI, and I was like, okay, think this is a very big market
Mm.
because why there are existing solutions, they only show you dollar to naira in just one figure,
Mm.
just like their own determined rates.
Yeah, the
But
average
yeah, their own average. But then we show you each of the
across
platforms.
platform.
Yeah, because Nigeria the market is very, very volatile. People tend to look at multiple apps to have the certainty that okay,
They're not losing their
they're not
money.
losing their money. And that's the problem we are trying to solve.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
think within 9 months we did over 100,000 visitors,
Wow.
and within 1 year we did over 200K visitors.
Wow.
At our peak, we did over 210,000 visitors.
Wow. So is it like when you have a problem, you build it and look for who has the same problem, or you get the inspiration, like you see what's coming, like okay, this is a trend, then you want to do something there. How do you come about
Mm,
building?
okay, first of all, I like to solve my own problems.
Okay.
Yeah. It may not, I mean, I don't, my goal is not to be rich with it. My goal is just to move forward. Like, I mean, like, whatever I build should move me forward to the next level of my life.
Mm.
I do not build a product because I want to be a billionaire. I mean, most people, after reading the media, the social media movie, and all those Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
the way they're building the product, their mind is
The next
billion
video.
dollar, right? I mean, you can do that.
Hmm.
There's Flutterwave story, there's Space Stack story, there's Money Point story. So it's possible,
Yeah.
right? It's possible. Nobody's saying it's not possible.
Hmm.
But then for me, right, I just want to build stuff and get to the next level of life, right? So I try to solve my own problem. I figure out things I'm having difficulties with, and then I try to solve. Like if you look at this app called Spending, I
Yeah.
mean the co-founders of Spending, I'm not the co-founder of Spending. Co-founder of Spending, they used to go to South Africa, and they discovered that there was this issue of spending
Yeah.
money in South Africa
Yeah.
as a Nigerian, right? And they created the app. Today they're doing
A
massive
lot.
progress,
Yeah.
right? So that tells you that if you solve your own problem, I mean two things happen. It's either the problem no longer exists or you become rich.
I think the
Yeah,
letter is what is better.
but both is better
Yeah.
because the problem no longer exists for you. Yeah.
So you've built quite a lot of apps, but the ones that we seem to know about that seem to have a link into you, they have to do with money.
Yeah.
In fact, look at your company, money rates. So is there a connection between the codes you write and finance, or you just like to write in the financial space?
Okay, how I've decided to just work on finance. There's this saying my co-founder used to say. My co-founder at the money rate
Mm.
says
Well,
that
yes, man.
yeah, honestly, man, says that a naked person has no pocket.
Even if you have, it's hanging somewhere.
I mean, you have no pocket to
No
dig your
bucket.
hand inside if you're
Yeah.
naked,
Mm.
right? So what it means is that if you are poor, you don't have money.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So money is something people care about. I mean, in Africa, I mean, everywhere in the world, people care about so much about money.
Mm.
So if you solve a problem around finance, you tend to provide value. Let me give you an instance now. Just check it out. If you have worked for a fintech company before, go to the customer support history. You will see that just because somebody is trying to send 1,000 naira to fund their account, and the 1K has not reflected, go and see the way they'll be blasting your social media support.
Because the money has left their wallet.
Because 1K has left their wallet.
And it's not reflecting.
It's not reflecting. This people, you guys are thief.
Yeah, that's
Scammers.
right.
Scammer for 1K.
Yeah.
In fact, the customers that even have, if you want, the customers that actually have more money, maybe deposit like 1M, chances are the customer may not even complain. It may take like a while
Before they call your
complain.
attention
But
to
you
it.
see that person of 1K, 2K, they'll complain. So that tells you that money is something very important in Africa. It's the reason why you keep on seeing multiple finance companies, multiple investment scams, yet and people still fall victim because money is something very important in Africa. Investors will still be funding fintech company for the
Yeah.
next 20 years, right? So I just discovered this. I mean, when I started working on fintech, that was about 4 to 5 years ago. Yeah, that was in 2020, and I since then almost everything I've done is around fintech. Right. Right now, my focus more is on stablecoins, the stablecoins part of finance, because I see how stablecoins can really play a very big role
Yeah, that's
in
like stable
finance.
rate, right?
Yeah, stable rates. I think
Stable rate.
yeah. So we just started a product called stable rate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the idea? Is it going to be like money rates? Because stable coins don't fluctuate much. So what is the idea of having stable rate?
Okay, so the idea of having stable rates is like stable coins. I mean, dollar-backed stable coins are like just like dollars too,
Okay.
right? So and that's the way we have USD NGN. We can have USDT NGN. And the way USD engine is so important is the way USDT engine will become very important. I mean, if you look at where how money is moving around Africa today, it's moving through stablecoins. A lot of value is moving through stablecoins across borders. Because how do you move 1 million USD in 10 minutes in Nigeria across to Ghana? How do you do that? It's impossible to do, right? But you can move that amount of money using stablecoins. So
Money rates, stable rates, and then with the host of other companies you've worked for.
yeah.
One thing is sure, they are always looking for you because you are the man that creates the value. Yeah. So how is you're a senior developer, right? But there are a lot of developers in Nigeria. There are a lot of senior developers. How have you been able to create this much value? What is that ingredient? What is that thing that makes you the person that creates this much value? And then how can people get to start creating value? Because the essence of life is to create. Yeah. How can people get to do this stuff?
Okay, yeah. So I would say to some degree, I like using the word to some degree because there are other things that contribute. But to some degree, I would say I have been fortunate to meet people, right? And yeah, those people have actually communicated what I can do to other people, right? So the one thing is very important when it comes to being fortunate is be an interesting person. Yeah, yeah, be an interesting person, right? And I mean, I'm not going to go into what it takes to be an interesting person, but I will just say the two most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you figure out why. Once you figure out why, you become an interesting person. I mean, make sure your life is usable. Yeah, make sure the things you do is usable. If you build a product, you take 1 year to build a product, nobody uses it, it's useless. It's not valuable, right? But if you build a product, it takes 2 days to build it, and the whole world uses it, it becomes valuable. So value is not just a function of time, but a function of the market, and the market can be very complex. So you don't market reacts to what is valuable to them. So in terms of what you can do the next 10 years to make your life to make your life way better than the way it is right now is be an interesting person. One, and the way you can do that is by building stuff. Be building stuff. I mean, if you figure out why you were born, you just know exactly what to do. So then build stuff. Like I mean, I some few stuff. Most of the reason why I got some offers is because of the people I've met in the industry, of which I met those people through building stuff. And also the stuff I've built has keep connecting me to more and more people, right? So something very important again is to have desire, strong desire. I mean, of course, I know anybody watching this will have a desire for a bigger life, right? Well, I mean, this desire is something that burns every single day, and this desire allows you to, I mean, you say it like, I mean, I desire success, I desire progress so much that I say to myself most nights that I'm going to be very successful. I'm going to be successful at what I do. Doesn't matter where I come from, doesn't matter what my skin color, I'm going to make an impact in this world. So that desire is so burning that you find yourself muttering words to yourself, right? So have a very strong desire, and that desire will keep you going for a long time. 10 years is a lot of time. I don't think much about how my life is going to be the next 10 years because that's God's business. My business is what I do today and how I do it well, right? And let God decide what happens tomorrow. Yeah, but I mean, it's very good to have a very strong desire for a better life. That desire will keep you focused, keep you not being distracted, which still boils down to figuring out why you're born. Because if you don't figure why you're born, you do a whole lot of things, and because you have limited energy, you're not able to make one very successful. Yeah.
I see you have a very interesting advice. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank
interesting
you.
advice,
Thank you.
and I like the way you
Thank
put it
you.
out there. Because once someone figures out why they are existing,
Yeah.
even if it's breaking it down today, you figure out why you are alive today,
Exactly.
and then you do everything, to give meaning book to your life and people around you. That's fine. We're so happy to have you, Jeremy. Like,
Thank you
it's
so much.
always a blessing to have you around.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
And then on behalf of the Nostro Media,
Huh?
we'd like to Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you so much. Wow. When I came in, I saw this. I was speaking well of it. I didn't realize it belongs to me.
It's your style.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.